Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Alright. Let's get into it. Facing the east, giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakodash. Those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Right. Through the Lashawan Kodash, also known as the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew. The Father's name is Yahawah, that means He is, He exists. The Son's name is Yahawashi, that means He saves, He delivers. And how you say Holy Spirit is Wakah Kodash. Wakah meaning spirit, Kodash meaning holy. Second of all, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, it's your brother Urami Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. All right, as always. So this lesson is going to be entitled, The State of Our Women. And our women, meaning the women of Israel, okay, the women of Yasharahla, the princes of the power, okay, that's what we are. So the state of our women, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women, all right? So we're just going to go over a couple videos and things of that nature where showcasing how our women are, and we're just tired, man. You know, we're just tired. Now, I'm going to get a couple precepts, first and foremost. And I'm actually, before I even do that, I'm going to play this video. Well, you know, I'll leave that for later on, all right? I'm going to get a couple precepts real quick. Let's start in Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. And this is verse 16. Well, let's start at 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. Okay? And children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error, and destroy the way of thy paths. Okay? So children, meaning the heathen. These individuals that don't have the correct understanding, the proper understanding of the scriptures. They were never given the proper understanding of the scriptures. So therefore, you know, they're children. They're of no maturity. We are blameless, perfect when we're in this truth. So we are mature. We are complete. We come to a full age, right? So that's something that we could boast on, boasting really in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, because He did that to us. He brought us to this state, okay? It was not of our own doing. But as it says, O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Women rule over them, as it states. So women rule over them, all right? These philosophies, these doctrines, these ways, and then also the woman shall compass a man. So you have women that are leading movements, the feminist movement, equality movement, independent mindset, all of that. And you have brothers, I wouldn't call them brothers, but you have men. Well, I wouldn't call them men. You have individuals which are simping, okay? They're reducing themselves, they're lowering themselves to a position that's undesired, man. That's just, it's terrible, okay? And they're running after women and serving women, which that's not their divine creation. That's not how they're supposed to be. Now, verse 16, jumping down to 16. Moreover, Yahawah saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and menacing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahawah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahawah will discover their secret parts. So He's made it to where our women are cursed. Their hair doesn't grow, eyelashes don't grow, eyebrows, all these type of things. They're women, you know, a lot of our women are cursed. They have this curse upon them, okay? And then their insides is toxic. Their bodies stink. They have certain diseases, you know, that comes with all of that. right? And you women, you don't want to address these issues. I made a song called Fanta, where you women would get a certain disease and you would just pass it around and you wouldn't care about it. You wouldn't care. You just bitter, and you just passing it to another man or another woman. Because women mess with women. So you have no self-respect for yourself. Therefore, why would you have respect for another person? So you brothers out here that's messing with these women, man, and it's easy to get, you better be very careful, man. Because she has no self-respect for her body. She's just giving out the box to anybody, okay? And she most likely has something. She doesn't care about her well-being. She doesn't care who gets it. So everybody is getting it. You understand? So this is the state of our women at this point in time. They're toxic. They're destructive. They're chemically imbalanced. Their hormones are raging. They're in a position of instability. They lack wisdom. Let's get that. This is Job 39:17. And actually, let's start up. Okay. Let's start around 12. All right. Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn? Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. This is how a lot of our women are. They don't care about their kids. They're like an ostrich, right? And that's what? Can a brother, all right, or sister, whoever's in the comments, all right, mainly a brother though, okay, give me a precept based upon that. Why do our women not like their kids? Give y'all 10 seconds. Can a brother give me a precept why our women don't like their kids? Let's see who be studying, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, man. I see this gonna be a short lesson. Y'all ain't awoke. Y'all ain't with me. So I ain't gonna be in here that long, because ain't nobody listening. Okay? Now let's get that. That's Deuteronomy 28 and what? 56. Okay? And it reads, the tender and delicate woman among you, which, ate the water, dog, Bahasham, the water, bro. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, towards her daughter. All right? Okay, Khan, y'all would not. I know you got it, bro. I'll just messing with people. But yeah, So, it's a curse at the end of the day. It's a curse set on our women that causes them not to like their kids. Verse 57, and towards her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and towards her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. Now, when did this happen? This happened in what? 70 AD, and it's furthermore happening constantly, okay? The curses don't just happen at one point in time. These curses are set upon you every single reincarnation, regeneration. Okay, the curses don't just happen one time. You understand? Until we go up into those chariots and we get out of this sinful flesh, this flesh which is cursed, all right, then we're subject to these curses. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. This is why some brothers that's in the truth have to deal with baby mama drama. They have to deal with their kids being took away from them. They have to deal with these type of things. All right? At the end of the day. Okay? And look at this woman. This is a woman, what's her name? Pangaya. She said 12 charts is a lie made by Freemasons. All right? Which that's completely a lie, which she's pushing. But she also doesn't understand order. And this is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi sending us a sign. Because this lesson is on the state of our women. So the state of our women, you see our women right here with this woman feeling she can talk in the church and run her mouth. Failing to understand she lacks wisdom. She has no understanding. She most likely has no father to tell her to shut the fuck up. Okay? At the end of the day. You know? You want to see my face? My face is all over my YouTube. It's all over my page. You understand that? I go out and preach on the streets. Unlike you, which you don't supposed to. But you want a man to go back and forth in an argument with you, which shows that you're an extremely toxic ass bitch. That's what you are. Okay? Because you're very contentious and you have a froward mind. A difficult mind. Man would want to deal with you and be with you. All right? Now let's go back to Job to furthermore prove this. This is Job 39:16. She is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because power hath deprived her of wisdom. Neither hath he imparted to her understanding. To bring you to the name Yah, he has took the wisdom away from you. You understand? At the end of the day, these little petty insults and things that these women have, all right? At the end of the day, where they fully don't understand scripture. They don't understand their place. Let's get that. 1 Corinthians. Actually, let's not even get that. Let's go Timothy. This is 1 Timothy 2:9. And what does it say? Women instructed. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Now, for this individual that jumped in the live talking, let's see if she's adorning herself in that like manner. Let's see. Off the rip, no. Okay? Hair should be covered. You're out here showing, you know, all that chest and stuff. Okay? So we know you got your face all up in the screen, etc., etc. You want to be seen. You want attention. This is why you would jump in a live full of men and raise your voice. All right? It's like, picture this. This is real life, yo. Because this is real life. We're in a circle, a group full of men. I'm standing up. I'm preaching. Brothers is listening. And then you got this woman walking on the sidewalk. She just jumps in. Hey, the 12 tribes chart is fake. All these men over here. And you just jump in. Hey, the 12 tribes chart is fake. Hey. So this is how she's moving, man. You understand? So she does not know her place. She's not carrying herself the proper way that she should. Okay? Let me see. My phone at 19. I gotta put my phone on charger in a minute. I can't forget. Matter of fact, let me put it on the charger right now before I forget. But this is the state of our women, where it's out of order. So in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. The deeds, the actions that you put in, the way that you carry yourself. These are your works. All right? But let your women, verse 11, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. Okay? Now, our elders have given leeway where women can say Shalawam, you know, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak. That's it. You give a simple greeting, and then you sit back. All right? Unless a question is asked and the brother says, hey, women can answer this too. Right? Because it's showing that you understand the proper order. And then furthermore, you're showing younger women that this is the way to be. You know your place. You know how to... The older women, the elder women, the women which are elders, shall teach the younger. You know? That's important to know. So they're showing younger women, because these younger women, they don't know. They're coming into this thing. It's a chain of command on both sides, man. You know? Now your women should be what? Under a man. And should learn. And then like my woman, like she has a couple, not many, but she know a couple, women that's in this truth that have brothers in Great Millstone, and she talks to them sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they share advice and whatever. That's them. I don't, but it's because an elder woman, say, that's been with a brother been in 16 years or so, his wife can teach my woman on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Right? So this is how our women would be in the kingdom. Our women are gonna have friends. They're gonna have Israelite friends, Israelite women, So let the women learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So for this female to come in here and say that the 12 tribes chart is off, which is not off, it's the proper chart, and it is simply, a good stamp to show you where majority of the tribes are, pertaining to Genesis, the 49th chapter. All right, and also Deuteronomy 28 and plenty other scriptures. Jeremiah 50:33, Micah, 4? We could go through that. We done did lessons on it before, breaking down the chart. It's just that your mindset is, you're like Dee on Dexter's Lab. What does this button do? So you're looking at something that piques your interest, and you're automatically jumping onto that, right? This is why women should not teach, because they're emotional. They're extremely emotional and sensitive, and they can't rule over their spirit like a man can. They're deprived of wisdom, because Yahawashi is not dealing with them. He's dealing with the man. Verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. So all of that, what is that? What's that thing they call phylogenesis or psychogenesis or some shit? Saying that a woman can create a baby without a man, that's not real. Yeah, that may happen with ants. That happens with ants. Yeah, indeed. That happens with the queen of bees and of ants. That's an insect type thing. Are you an insect? No, you're a human being. Okay? You need a man to lay a seed in you to create. You can't create a human being by yourself. You need a man to lay a seed in you. You understand? So Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Right? So her position is to bring forth a child. It's to have a child implanted in her, all right, and then to bring forth that child and to continue in truth, with all subjection. Let's get some more on this. This is Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. So the state of our women is they're gadding abroad. They have so much liberty where they're going from this place to that place. They're not concerned. They're like I said, feminism, equality, that independent mindset. They're doing all of this without any type of repercussions, all right, on their part. They don't care. They're not considering that the Most High is going to judge them for all of these different type of things that they're doing, okay? Now, it's bringing us to a point of where so-called dating, which I'm going to tell you this right now. Well, actually, I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to see, it's 11 people in here. Let's see who be reading, who be studying, okay? Will there be dating in the kingdom? Will there be dating in the kingdom? La'a, Khan, yes, no. Everybody can answer. Will there be dating in the kingdom? We got 2 answers. We got anybody else? All right, we got 3 answers. 3 is understanding. Okay? So, hey, yeah, we got 5 answers. The water for everybody that answered. And the answer is no. La'ah. Right? Okay? What's the proper way that things are going to be done in the kingdom? It's going to be according to the law. All right? Laws on morality. Verse 13, Deuteronomy 22. If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her and give occasions of speech against her and bring up an evil name upon her and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. This is not going to be a case in the kingdom because every brother will have a virgin. Okay? So you're not going to have to worry about these insecure tendencies of Babylon where you like, dang, how many bodies you got? How many dudes you been with before me? Do you got something? Can we get tested together? Blah, 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 all that goofy ass shit. You ain't going to have to worry about none of that. You understand? Domestic violence will not be tolerated. Is this a woman? Here we go. Another woman speaking out of turn, trying to teach. She doesn't know what she's talking about. All right? Look, once again, your place is to be silent in the church because you are deprived of wisdom. All right? Domestic violence will not. You probably the same type of woman that's going to say men can't have multiple wives. We know your type. We just going to mute you up real quick. All right, well, you've been abused and left. That's the Most High judging you. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. If you was attracted to a wicked individual that did that to you, then that was a judgment. You understand? You have to look at yourself. You understand? This is important for you to understand. All right? If I get with a woman that cheats on me, then why was I attracted to that in the first place? Why? What did I see in her? A lot of our people don't notice the red flags in individuals. Right? And it'd be too late. You understand? So, furthermore, sister, you need to just humble down and sit back and learn. This is a good lesson for you to learn if you do want to seek the Lord. Right? So, I'm going to mute you up. But the Most High will put you in a toxic situation to teach you a lesson. To teach you a lesson, man. He got to teach you. You hard-headed, you going to have to learn the hard way. Okay? So keeping it going. Verse 14, and give occasions of speech against her and bring up an evil name unto her and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hated her. We can pretty much skip all of this because this won't happen and this won't occur in the kingdom because every brother will receive, your women will be virgins. Think about this. For you women right now, if you maintain yourself through childbearing, you're going to get what? An everlasting body. Okay? That body is going to be new. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be new. You understand? So your virginity that's going to be back. And that man that's with you, he's going to pop you again. You're going to be a virgin again. You're going to be in a new body. It will be like a man has never touched you. You will be that man's forever. And a woman cannot have multiple partners, but a man can have as many as he can take care of. This is according to the law. For you Christians, you say you read the Bible, but you skip past the law. Somebody said false. Don't mute them. Don't block them. All right? You said false. Well, let's go to the Bible. This is Deuteronomy 21:10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money. So you can have as many women as you can take. You understand? You said concubines are in hell. What the hell is you talking about? Ain't no such thing as hell. So we already know that you completely bugged out. Concubines are took when in war. Okay? And furthermore, if we want to deal with women right now. So based off of that, what's your name? No, ain't no such thing as hell. I got a precept for you, dude. Because you don't read the Bible. This is you right now. Numbers 12:1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. So was Moses going off? Yes or no? To ISIS 5699. Was Moses going off? All right, you don't want to answer the question? You got 5 seconds, bro. Moses took a concubine, an Ethiopian woman. Was he going off? Yes or no? You don't know. You said yes. He said yes. Y'all see this shit? Let's keep it going. And they said, hath Yahawah indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And Yahawah heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And Yahawah spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And Yahawah came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words, if there be a prophet among you, I, Yahawah, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house, who is faithful in all my house. Moses was not going off. You do not understand the law. You can take a concubine. You can deal to brothers that do actually understand. What nation can we not take wives of? What nation can we not take wives of? What nation can we not take wives of? No, Ikandi. No. Where is that at in the scriptures, bro? The brother said Edom. He said Esau. Daniela, where's that? Where's y'all getting this shit from? What the hell? Who said we can't have Edomite wives? Oh, man, y'all bugging today. All y'all bugging out. The water, Yahawah. The water. Who the fuck is y'all listening to, man? GMS don't teach that. Give me a scripture. For you three brothers that just said Esau, give me a scripture saying that we can't mess with Esau. Hear me, that's what you do. You don't guess. You need to know. You need to be 100% correct. There ain't no guess. If you don't know the answer, then just don't say nothing. You know, don't guess. But for all three of y'all, Hemi, Daniela, and Ikandi, where in the scripture does it say we can't have Edomite concubines? Where? No, ain't no Salakia. I need the scripture, bro. Because you teaching me. Daniela, where does it say we can't have Edomite concubines? Where? I need the scripture. You understand? Now, Brother Gabriel got it right. Brother Micaiah, you got it right, but it's Canaanites, you know, and Brother Yahawah got it right. Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. When Yahawah thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Gergesites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. These are all Canaanite nations. These are all nations of Canaan, in the land of Canaan, Hamites. And when Yahawah thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Okay? So this is the nation that we were not supposed to marry. All right? Let's get this bug out of here. He don't understand what the hell he talking about. This dude extremely bugged out. Okay? So, Canaanites. Now, who went forth and purposely married Canaanites? I'll just give you that answer. Esau. He went forth and married Canaanites because he knew it would piss his family off. It would piss his father and his mother off. Okay? So we can take concubines of Edomite women. That's no problem, man. I done got with an Edomite woman before, man. Shit is what it is. Okay? You do your thing. Okay? We will have Edomite women in the kingdom, man. All right? Let me go get this real quick, man. Y'all brothers sitting back here acting like y'all don't like Edomite women, man. What's up with y'all today, man? Let me go get, Elder Michael Allah put out a great video last night. Let me go get that joint. It is AI. That's not the point, bro. The point is it represents the beauty of these other nations. Okay? Which some of them are Israelites, but a lot of them are heathen nations. Some of them are Edomites. Okay? Women are women. Women is a man's glory regardless, point blank, period. Yeah, it's just showing a representation of those women. That's what we're saying. Okay? Now, the point being, once again, is you can take Edomite women as concubines. Hey, bro, this is why I'm saying our brothers really watching Great Millstone, because we constantly putting out, bro, these Edomites is on us. All right? Do you watch the Chicago camp every week? Brothers always talk about, man, these Edomite women is going for Jake. And we going. Shoot. So they love Jake. All right? Me living in Japan, I'm going to tell you right now, Ammon was on Jake. Going to Australia, Ammon was on Jake. Go to Singapore, everywhere I went around the world, they was on us. They was on us, man. So in the kingdom, we going to have it all. We going to have it all. It's no law saying that we can't take an Edomite as a concubine. Right? At the end of the day. So let's go back to that Deuteronomy 7. So as we explained, all these nations were Canaanites. Now, what's the main reason that you can't really deal with a Canaanite woman? Because of their practices, their worshiping of Molech. And what happened? We eventually dealt with Canaanite women. And we eventually went off. We started worshiping their gods and things. And now Edomites worship false gods, etc., etc. This is the point in general. When dealing with a heathen woman, you cannot take their practices. And that's what furthermore this chapter is going to prove to you. Verse 2. And when Yahawah thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahawah be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. But this is how you deal with them. Thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art an holy people unto Yahawah thy power. Yahawah thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You understand? So this is how you deal with them. I myself, like I say, I dealt with an Ammonite, for many years, man. All right? But she used to go and worship Buddha. I actually went to the temple with her, but I didn't go up in, it's a whole little line going in Buddha, and I wasn't in the truth, okay? But still, I worship God, at that point in time. I called on God, Jesus, whatever. All right, Christianity, Southern Baptist, all that bullshit. Okay, so I just let her go in the line and go do her thing, and I'm standing to the side, I'm chilling, I'm waiting for her to get done. All right, but she pleased me. All right, I love to deal with her, to dwell with her, but I don't take on her God. I don't take on her practices. So that's how I dealt with that situation. Even though I didn't know the law, it's like it was still a law to me in my soul. I just knew not to do that shit. I'm not about to go and bow down to Buddha. You about crazy? So understand this. You can deal with these heathen nations, but just don't bow down to their gods. All right? So let's keep going. Let's go back to Numbers, the 12th chapter, because this individual said that Moses was off by getting with an Ethiopian woman, which that's 100% incorrect. Okay? So we was at verse 5. And Yahawah came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words, if there be a prophet among you, Yahawah will make myself known unto him in a vision, and I will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so. He is faithful in all my house. That's what we said. So Moses did not go off at that point in time by getting with an Ethiopian woman. Do you know that where did Moses go when he left Egypt? Brothers know that? Where did Moses go when he left Egypt? That's another question to the comment board. Where did he go? All right, the water kakuma. All right, Midian. This is Exodus 2:15. Moses escapes to Midian. Okay? Yo, if these questions is hard, y'all need to go and watch. You got Prince of Egypt on YouTube right now for free. Okay? You can go and watch that. It's on there for free. All right? Now, when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priests of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Okay? Now let's go into Midian. Midian. All right? or you would be a Midianite in Midian. Okay? The tribe descended from Midian, the territory of the tribe descended from Midian, located principally in the desert north of the Arabian Peninsula, land to which Moses went when he fled from Pharaoh. Midian, I'm trying to get basically descendants of Midian. These are not Israelites. That's the point being. These are not Israelites. Okay? They're not Israelites. But Moses is about to take a daughter from them. So is Moses going off in this situation? No. No, Moses is not going off, man. You know? So understand that. Verse 17, and the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Ra, their father, he said, how is it that you are come so soon today? And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds and drew water enough for us and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that you have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. This was a custom. This is how it was. You helped us. We're going to help you. We're going to deal with you. And he stayed there. He dwelt with them. He lingered with them for a time period. Right? All right. Let's go down to 21. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter. He gave her to him. That means they were married. All right. That was his. He gave her. The daughter belonged to the man, the father. It was his possession. Now the daughter belonged to Moses. Now it's Moses' possession. Right? That's why she was given away. So women, don't take this the wrong way, but you might. You like Pokemon cards or something, man. I throw this out. I give you this. Hey, I trade you for this. I trade you. You're being traded. Okay? This is how it is, man. This is how it was in most customs. Women would be traded to a man of good stature, a good status, for his house to elevate. Can I marry my daughter to you? So to your son, so we can make a forever bond? We can make an alliance? Okay? This is common with Solomon. He went and married the daughter of Egypt. So therefore they would not have to go to war. You understand? Marriage was a thing to ally yourself with an individual. So going back to what I said earlier, there will be no dating in the kingdom. It will only be Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter, which we got to go back to. We are going to have royal marriages. We are going to have arranged marriages. Let's say like the brother Nakaf, I see you in here, Shalawam. Brother have a daughter. I have a son. Hey, we join our kids together. All right. That's how it's going to be. Things of that nature. All right. So it ain't going to be no dating. It ain't going to be no our women going out there being a hoe phase. No, that is one of the most wickedest things you can make, a hoe phase. Okay. Let's read this one more time to cement this in. Verse 21, Exodus 2. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Okay? Yeah, finding herself. That's what they say with these women. They go to college to find themselves. Then they leave college with 100 bodies. That's common practice, man. Okay? I say that, man. Women go to college to become whores, to become professional whores. That's simply what it is. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter. Okay? I hope this is all making sense, man. And, we getting through it. We getting through it. All right. Let's start at verse 21. Actually, let's start at verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, Then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel. Now, once again, we're going to be perfect, so none of this is going to happen in the kingdom. All right, but this will still happen in what? In the heathens. They will have to deal with adultery, which they commit adultery right now, and they don't handle it this way. They're going to have the laws, commandments, and statutes now. They're going to have to abide under them. So these things are going to take place to them, right? If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out into the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel because she cried not, being in the city, and the man because he had humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you, etc., etc. I'm gonna jump down to the bottom just for the point, because we're talking about in the kingdom. Okay, this is verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, that's marriage. Point blank period. That's marriage. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days, and a man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's skirt. Now in the kingdom, we're going to live forever. So all your days means you're with that woman forever. Everlasting. You understand? And yeah, perfect, bro. Woman equals female servant. A servant is a possession. Okay? So whatever woman you lay with in the kingdom, that's yours forever. No other brother will ever touch that. No other brother will ever see her body. That's yours forever. Okay? And she's going to live forever. Unless she's a what? She's a heathen. If she's a heathen, she's just yours until she dies. Which the heathen will live to 100, 120. You know, it'll be a healthier earth. So they'll have a better life quality, a quality of life. You know? So let's go to the, I got a video. Let me get this video real quick. Continuing on the state of our women. All right, let's run it.
I run a very, very strict program. As a man, as you should. Only type of niggas I like is the niggas who see and do. A real man. What's your sign? If you and I are talking, we got about 3 to 4 months before we need to be on a vacation or take some sort of trip together. Can I have some money? And if I say I'm hungry, do not send me no $20 to get no food. I run a very, very strict program.
That's it, man. That's how these women moving, man. Okay? That's why dating is tragic, man. You know? These women are trying to move the goalposts. They're trying to maintain the spot of dominance in a little relationship when they're not in the proper position, which they should be, which is serving the man. Okay? You got to know your place. All right? Let's go to Sirach 26, starting at 1. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. So, virtuous, going into vitality, going into life. All right? She adds life unto you. She's virtuous. You know, she's a blessing to you. Therefore, your life will be double. She keeps your blood pressure lower. She doesn't raise it. She doesn't stress you out. She's not damaging to be with. Man, I remember in the world, man, I was dealing with, I dealt with a couple toxic females, you know, and they were damaging to be with. Damaging spiritually, mentally, psychologically, and physically. You know, woman trying to fight you, not knowing her place. All right? These type of things, man. So I had to get to the point where I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm not tolerating it. Red flags, I see them and I disappear. I get away from that. I'm not trying to work it out. Right? You got 2 times to be on some bullshit with me. And you got to build that standard for yourself. Right? And this is before you go in a woman. When you go in a woman, then you got to deal with her. You know, you dealing. All right? So it comes down to, this is why we read Deuteronomy 22nd chapter, because if you know the law, then you know what the woman that you go into, you have to marry her. You have to take care of her. You are obligated to take care of her now. So having a ruling class mindset, a kingdom mindset, is where you got to start thinking like you're in the kingdom. You got to think like that to that standpoint where whatever woman you deal with, she's with you forever. Right? Because that's how it's going to be. Nobody ever will touch her again. So you want to find you a virtuous wife. Now, to be blessed, before you even deal with a woman, you got to what? You got to rule over your own household. How are you going to get a woman in order if you not in order your damn self? You telling her, stop smoking, stop doing this, but you out here doing all this bullshit your damn self. You're setting an example that she's following, bro. Okay? Verse 2, a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. Your woman talks good about you. She lifts you up. She exhorts you. All right? She know that you're not playing around, that you're serious about this. This is what we do, being good women to Yahawashi. We are virtuous women to him. We exhort him. We talk good about him every single day. We follow his rules, his commandments, the way that he has set up. I was just looking at some brothers and stuff, and I'm looking at their lessons, and they not giving double honors. All right? They forgetting to give double honors. Things of that nature. They not doing lessons. I'm like, bro, y'all not following the standard that Yahawashi has set forth on the earth. You got to examine yourself to see if you be in the faith. You in a military. Don't come forth and try to reinvent the wheel. This is something that has already been 57 years in the making. Okay? 57 years, this truth has been back on the earth. And you coming with your little 25 years of life or whatever. You know, and you trying to, I got some new stuff to add that the elders ain't touched yet. Man, if you don't go to the back of the bus. All right? So be a good wife, man. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Just come and sit into your position. And this goes to you women as well. Isaiah 4:1. Don't try to be that woman you want to be the outstanding one. No. You get and you fit into the program that this man got. All right? No woman that I get in Isaiah 4:1, Yahawah, if I even be of that number, is ever gonna fill the position of my first wife that's with me right now. Okay? Because she's been with me through the downs, the ups, the downs, and the ups and the downs again. All right? You can't just come in and think you're going to fill that position. So you have to understand, this labor has already been there. You're in other men's labors. So you come in and you fit into that position that the Most High has given you an opportunity to go into. Because brothers you could be doing too much, man. You trying to do too much. That shit is not good for you. Yeah, the grace of a wife, the light of her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. Discretion, key word. Let's get that, bro. Discretion. It's knowing how to act. Knowing when to say something and when not to say something. Knowing your place. Discretion is the power to make decisions using one's own judgment. It also refers to the quality of being careful and tactful in one's actions and speech to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. Knowing how to act. You know when bill collectors or something call, you talking to the light bill people or whatever, you put on a different voice. I'm not gonna talk to them like I'm talking to y'all. All right, I'm gonna talk with some discretion. Can I get an extension on this? Yeah, I was gonna pay it, but my blah blah blah. Okay, I'm talking with some discretion. Can I get some grace on this? I'm gonna make the payment. Just give me a little bit of time, man. So you know how to handle it, man. Ability to perceive and understand. It goes into discernment as well. Right? It's an ability. That's a skill. Knowing how to adjust and adapt to an environment, bro. Yeah, every environment you don't need to be rah-rah in or whatever. And you don't need to assume that every individual is a demon. Some people is just ignorant. Some people are just really don't get it. And somebody hasn't properly broke it down to them the correct proper way. They might not even be scoffing or mocking, man. This is why we give 2 admonitions. This is why we try the spirit by the spirit. Right? Yeah, code switching. That's what we be doing, man. That's what it's called. Code switching. We be code switching. So you keep that in mind, that you have to adjust and adapt to your surroundings. And that's discretion. That's applying discernment. Right? And that's what a woman will do when she knows. Hey, brothers is coming over. Stay in the back. She ain't gonna complain. Why I gotta stay in the back? Why? I can't come out here? No, she's gonna know. This is how she's supposed to be as a woman. She don't need to be out there seen. She needs to be in the back. You understand? All right? So it's important as a woman to know your place and to know your position. Verse 4. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart towards Yahawah, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. Based upon what you're going through. Everything that you're going through. All right? You're rich or poor. You're maintaining that same spirit. That same joy towards Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because he's going to get you through. Yeah, content. The brother said context. But yeah, content. All right, and yeah, that's either better. Code switching, the act or practice of changing one's speech, behavior, etc., to suit different social or cultural contexts. Yeah, and this right here is needed for teachers, man. You can't just talk to every sheep the same. I just watched the movie David, and you can watch it on Netflix. You can watch it on Amazon Prime, the cartoon version. And I watched it with the family, with the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's solid. But he didn't talk to every sheep the same. You don't talk to every sheep the same, man. You talk to some sheep is going through this. Some sheep is going through this. Some brothers got kids and a wife. Some brothers is single. Some brothers is eunuchs. Some brothers got, you got to know the status of your flock. You got to understand how your flock is going, what's going on with your flock. That goes back into being sincere, man. Like when Brother Nakaf disappeared, man, we was concerned, man. I was like, yeah, me and Kakim was talking, where that brother at, man? I started noticing when I don't see brothers putting up lessons. That's when I notice. That's when I'm like, hey, where the brother at? You know what I'm saying? That brother ain't did a lesson in 2 weeks. What the fuck? Stop. But then it go from that to getting concerned, like, hey, is the brother okay? And that's with every brother, man. All right? Because we don't want no brother to lose the love for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Ultimately, it's not up to us, but we always want to exhort and be a brother to a brother, man. And that goes into sincerity and knowing the flock and helping one another get past in whatever way we can, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I treat brothers is the way I want to be treated. That's the second rule. All right? Verse 5. There be 3 things that my heart feareth, And for the fourth, I was so afraid, the slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation, all these are worse than death. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. Okay? So the state, going back to the title of the lesson, the state of our women. The state of our women is our women are jealous, they're envious, they're hateful, they lie. All right? Let me see if I can find this one video. Our women are going through it. Oh, this one. This is, actually, we'll play this one, and then I'll play another one, and we'll talk about it. And I'm beginning to wrap it up. You know, we almost up out of here.
What's going on with these men these days? But they ain't tricking like they used to. Tell me, girl.
Excuse me, shots. I'm talking to y'all too. Excuse me. What's your name? What is your name?
Please insert gas to continue.
Oh, then let's talk about tricking. Hold on. It ain't tricking if you got it. Let me cash you out, shawty. And let me cash you out, shawty.
Insert gas.
There you go.
Thank you.
So what's your name?
Hey, I'm Keisha.
I'm Dre.
I'm Shadi.
Okay, let's get straight to the business. Which one of y'all like me? Which one of y'all like me?
Hello. Insert cash to continue. Hello.
All right, baby.
Please insert cash. Insert cash to continue.
I gotta figure out. I gotta know. Okay, so I was saying, which one of y'all like me? Which one of y'all like?
Do you hear something?
Which one of y'all like me?
Oh, I hear another insert cash.
What the fuck?
Insert cash to continue.
I need to drive. Only got a 20 left. Which one of y'all cheaper?
Rich niggas only. Please insert cash. I accept broke niggas. Ooh, this some gas money. I'm taking shit. Hello, baby. Insert cash to continue. Hello. Insert more cash. Thank you.
Like, goddamn, man, keep my motherfucking money back. Bitch, what's wrong with you?
I got a gun.
Take that back. Keisha, bring it back. Keisha.
Nigga. What's going on with these men?
But this is the state of our women, man. All right? What they say, you got to pay to play. All right? Where desperation is creeping in very soon when money is not going to save you. These troops that's coming to this place, they're not going to care for gold or silver, as the scripture states. Okay? So you women, let's get that real quick. The vintage shall what? Shall fail. All right? Because that's what's coming. This is Isaiah 32:9, and it reads, Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Puzzle piece, 1 second. All right, here we go. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So you women have been at ease for a long time. You've been laying on your back, sitting back, collecting Section 8. Rent be $10. You don't have to get a job. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. You're out here manipulating, scamming men, cheating, doing all this type of stuff. All right? You've been at ease. But the Most High says that your vintage shall fail. Let's get the word vintage. It's these type of things, what you just saw on the camera, where you can get all this money out of an individual. All right? Let's get it over here in Google. Vintage broadly describes an item that is old, high quality, and characteristic of a specific past era. The exact definition varies by industry, but it fundamentally refers to something that holds enduring or nostalgic value and represents the best of its time. What's the oldest profession? Being a hoe. To be honest, man. That's one of the oldest professions on this planet. To be a harlot. To sell the box. Tricking, yes. All right? And that right there is gonna disappear. Women used to just crack a smile, wear something short, ha ha, and flirt with a dude, they could get a job. You got a lot of women right now that got hired just to be eye candy in the office. This is how Edomites operate, man. They don't want to really marry a Keisha, but they'll mess with a Keisha. All right? Just how Esau was in slavery. He didn't want to marry a Keisha, but he'll come to the slave house and he'll pull a Keisha out and he'll pop her real quick. That's how Esau is with you women still to this day. And you sitting here talking about he gonna take care of you and all of that. You ain't seeing these stories of these Edomite men killing their women when they do marry Keisha? Come on, man. Your vintage, everything that you did that got you by because you were neglected and rejected your man, which should be the head. You said you're not dealing with, what she say? I'm not dealing with broke niggas. You a brokey, right? That was your mindset. When this man, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, is dealing with this man. But you can't see it. Verse 11, this is what's going to happen to you. Tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So you will be brought to a position of desperation, a position of affliction. Because your vintage, everything that you did that kept you stable is going to come crashing down. And what shall be the stability of our times? It's in the next chapter. Verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is his treasure. So don't you want to deal with a man that has that treasure? His treasure. This is furthermore showing you that the Most High is dealing with men. The tabernacle of Yahawah dwelleth with men. It's with men. He speaks to the sons of men. Proverbs 8 and 4. All right? So you women are going to have to be humbled and brought low. So the state that our women are in right now is not the position that's going to get them through Jacob's trouble. At all. Let me see. Oh, yeah, this one. Brother's seen this one a lot. We'll just play it just for kicks and giggles.
I feel like all I do is work and work and work. I work every day. Every day, you guys. Every day. Double shift. I go to one job in the morning and the other job at night. Well, my kids miss me. Well, my 12-year-old got to watch my 2-year-old, right? I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of motherfuckers making me do shit by myself, okay? I'm with a nigga that don't do nothing for me. I'm tired. I just want to go home. I feel like I want to die. I want to go home. I want to check myself in the mental hospital more. I feel like all I do...
The signs was there. She was letting you know before she took her life. That's these women, man. You know? And this ultimately... You live wrong and you don't have Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, it's going to come crashing down, bro. Okay? Ultimately. You got Christians out there, they believe that they're good. My live just got restricted. It's all good, though. We about to wrap it up, TikTok. Just bear with me. Don't take the live down. Be cool. All right? All right. You got Christians out there that think they're good people. Just because they give money, they go to church every Sunday, but they truly don't know Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. The Most High has told you many times, he's not going to hear your songs. He's not going to care about your feast days. He's not going to care about your incense, all the stuff that you're doing in the name of him, but you're not even calling on his name properly. You have denied his prophets. You denied his messengers. He sent you the message and you denied it constantly. You know? And she said she had a man, you know, but he didn't do nothing for the kids. He ain't taking care of her, et cetera, et cetera. So ultimately, you may not want to hear this, but it's something about her that was wicked because she doesn't have Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. All right? So the Most High saw fit to judge her. And therefore judging those kids, because if she, is struggling to take care of the kids and the father's not taking care of the kids, then now who's going to take care of the kids? They about to be sent into the system if the dad don't step up, which he most likely is not going to step up. So they're going to be pushed around in foster care most likely or something like that, which is even worse. So it's a domino effect of judgment that's coming down on these people. All right. I get that for you. I actually go pull it up myself. Sirach. That's why, man, hey, seek the Lord while he is near. Seek him right now, man. Right now. Don't wait. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12:5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee. Thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil, for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. This is why Esau comes with the Red Cross, all these different type of charities, foundations, and stuff. And these people give all this money to these people because he's overmastering you with these funds. He's ruling over you with these funds. All right. So, hey, with that being said, man, I'm going to get up on out of here. Esau done restricted the live. They trying to take it down and whatever. It all good. But it's all good. They pissed off. So I'm going to get out of here before they take my live. And we pretty much hit the point. The state of our women is that of a terrible, sorrowful state. The myrrh is gone. These women are in a bad state. They're down to the point where they're desperate. They're taking prostitution and they're souping it up like it's something to be proud of. Girl out here talking about it costs $1,000 to talk to me. You's a prostitute. What? That's crazy. So, hey, facing the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors, as always, to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. Kwam Yasharahla and a Baba Ball. The water for all the precepts and support down in the comment board. All right. Keep the faith, brothers and sisters. Shalawam, shalawam.